Scaling to other countries with Facebook ads can be one of the quickest ways to be able to scale an account effectively. Especially when you have success in one country, being able to scale to other countries can be something as simple as copying ads over and increasing the budget. So how do you do this in the most systematic way that's going to actually create the results you want? I'll give you an example. For one of our clients we've worked with, we helped them scale $300K a month to $2 million a month. One of the key factors in that was country expansion. We've had another account that, they were doing about $30K a month. And then when we expanded to other countries, they went from $30K a month to $300K a month very quickly, leveraging this particular strategy right here. So I just want to show you guys what that looks like, kind of our process that we follow when expanding to other countries. So let's go ahead and get started. Right now, you should have one campaign pretty much for like whatever country you start off advertising into. For us right here's our USA campaign, CBO, all that good stuff. And if you want to know more about like our CBO kind of structure, our one campaign strategy, just go watch this video right here, how to run Facebook ads in 2024. So you start off with your one campaign. Then from there, you'll launch what I call a country testing campaign. Now, this is a very short campaign. It's not like we're running this forever. With that being said, we still have this one on that we launched all the way back on 9/15, so September 15th. And that's because there's some other things that we're doing before continue on this strategy for one account. But basically what we'll do is we'll start off with our main campaign and then we'll launch a country testing campaign. Now, how does this country testing campaign look? What we'll do is we'll go into our top performing campaign right now. So in this particular case, it's this scaling broad for about $9,100 a daily spend. And what we did is we pulled the top 6 ads by highest spend. So you look at the last 30 days. Here's our top 6 ads by spend. So the reason why we do spend, because top spending ads are the ones that perform at scale. So that's why we want those. And then what we go do is go create this new CBO campaign, other countries, for example. You can start off with whatever daily budget you want. I'd probably recommend about 10% of your daily budget. So we did $1,000 a day, just whatever you can afford to spend for a long period of time here. And then what we do is we create one CBO, one ad set, and we toss in all the countries that we want to expand into. What country should I expand to? Look, you can pretty much just copy and paste these countries right here. We've had success with these across a variety of different accounts, but it's not like necessarily specific to like X countries that you need to do. Then what you want to do from there is you want to copy over those 6 ads into that ad set, and then you pretty much just let it run. You can see right here, we've let them run for a while now. We ended up turning these off because there was something else we launched later down the line. But for the most part, this is what we start off with. We ran, and then we were able to gather data of what countries perform well with those ads. Now, let's point out something here. We can see right here, Germany, Netherlands, France. These are our top performing countries. I don't really care about cost per purchase and stuff. I'm more cared about spend and purchases, but I'm not really too cared about the cost per purchase, because the next step we're going to take is actually going to help bring down that cost per purchase. So we have Germany right here. For example, it's a top performing, top spending one. Now, I don't really know the exact details of the number of people that speak English in Germany, for example. But what I do know is it's probably about 90% German speaking in that particular country. So if we know the ad creates the audience, and the number of people that appeal to that ad dictate the number of people that we can afford to reach with our ads, then if we're promoting in a country that speaks dominantly another language, and we're advertising in English, and we're showing an English website, we know we're only going to appeal to about 15% of the population. So if we want to reach more and scale significantly more in that country, I'm talking about 10x increase in this. So like just over 30 days, we spent $7,000. We could probably most likely spend $70,000 if we would have actually ran German ads and had a German website. So that's what we do next. We look at, all right, what's the highest spending country? And then we go upgrade to Shopify Plus, to where we can create expansion stores inside of Shopify Plus, which is just like mini sub stores within Shopify. And we can have a designated campaign or a designated domain per store. So we could have like Germany, I think it's DE. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's DE. So we could do like DE.nicktheriot.org, USA.nicktheriot.org. And what's cool about this is you also can run some domain rerouting inside of your domain like GoDaddy, Namecheap.com, whatever you're using for your domain provider. You could run some domain rerouting rules to where if someone goes to like, USA, nicktheriot.org, and they're in Germany, it can automatically reroute them to de nicktheriot.org, for example. So create expansion store per country. Then we translate the store plus currency. Also a big key thing there. Store needs to be in the translated language. So that way it's a German store for Germany. And then also to the currency. So the currency, I think Germany's euros. Then you promote euros on the website. Then simply from there, you want to translate the top performing ad copies and creatives. So if you have a creative with a lot of text in it, translate that over to Germany. And if you have a lot of ad copies or just your ads copy in general, you can translate that over to Germany as well. And then you'll launch a dedicated campaign for that country. Here's just an example really quick for one of our previous clients right here, where we have literally a German campaign, USA campaign, French campaign, Italian campaign for all of these variety of countries. Now, another thing you can do is you can do one campaign or like one country per language. That's something that what a lot of clients of ours do starting out. So like if they want to expand to Germany, all the German speaking countries, if they want to expand to like USA, for example, do all the English speaking countries. Just the biggest thing right there is like, for example, like US, speaks English. So it's like Australia, New Zealand, Canada, those countries are all speak English. But one problem here is the currency as well. So like that's Canadian, USD, that's Aussie, and then Kiwi. So all these different currencies, and that's also what affects people too as well on that conversion rate side right there. So just keep that in mind right there. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much what we do for country expansion. A couple questions, a couple things that's probably going to pop up in your mind. Number one, Shopify Plus is expensive. Yeah, I fully understand. You shouldn't be expanding countries if you're doing less than 100K a month. Just be completely transparent with you on that, or unless you have like a large amount of like money to invest into this particular process. Number two is customer service is gonna be a little crazy too as well. So like when you start running like translated ads into like for example Netherlands and people speaking Dutch or messaging your customer service and everything's in Dutch, you may need to find like a VA that specifically speaks English and Dutch or Dutch in whatever particular language you speak. So just a little heads up on that. Also, because it's a separate Shopify store for each country, you also have to run separate triple wells and separate Klaviyo's as well, potentially even separate Google ads as well. So it's pretty much like creating a separate store per country with all the things that a store does. So it can be a little chaotic from a system side, but that's why brands that are doing at least 100K a month, that's the most common one. That's why they do 100, 200K a month before start expanding to countries. But going from 100, 200K a month and scaling to like $3 to $5 million a month, country expansion can be one of the best things possible to rapidly increase that scale faster to reach more people. And then last thing is that each country may have different KPIs. So for example, you may have a break-even ROAS of 1.5 in the USA, but to ship to Australia, because shipping is so expensive, it's like a 2.5. So you may have different KPIs for break even, which also is why we have different KPIs for scaling for each country. So that's also why we like each country in their own separate campaign. So that's also another key thing. Something that we've also done a lot is we've only still kept testing ads in our main country that's performed the best. And then what we've done is once we find winning ads from there, then we drop them and translate them over into the other countries. That's perfectly fine as well. Another thing I've seen is like, for example, if you work with like a clothing brand, for example, and like, you dominantly in the US, then you want to expand to like maybe, I don't know, let's just say China, for example. There's gonna be some creative differences in terms of like the cultural differences of how they perceive that clothing and like what type of visuals you put in there. So I've seen that a lot. Where like we'll have like an Aussie creator, for example, and we try to run that Aussie creator in the USA, and people in the USA are just not buying from that particular creator because of their accent. So I've seen accents play an effect depending on the product you're selling. So like that's some stuff that you have to start to look at as well. If ads don't perform in that country from just copying them over and translating them, then you have to start looking at that country specifically and what visuals and types of people we need to put in that particular creative that appeals to those specific type of people right there. Cool, guys. Well, hope y'all enjoyed this. Make sure the like button, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you're interested in having me to run your Facebook ads, click the link below, schedule a free consultation call with me. We help brands go from 100K a month to 7 figures per month. Help 4 brands now. Love to help you do the next. Also have my monthly mentoring and where, work with you on a monthly basis. And then also have my Facebook ads course, which is an intermediate to advanced Facebook ad course. Is about 80% marketing fundamentals, about 20% actual Facebook ads itself. So links below for that. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.